Hello, welcome to another video. This video is being released on Monday the 24th for the Stampers Showcase blog hop. And our project this month was a 3D project. So I thought I would use, it's not going to be this, but this was where I got my inspiration from. Just making the little box with, and I wanted to use the stamp set. It starts with art or the bundle and the arts and craft dies. So that's where my inspiration came from with the little box. But we're going to actually make a 3.5 by 3.5 inch box, and we're going to put cars inside of it. This one I made, and I've got all the little cutouts from the dies. This is like little paper clips and little things you can put your strings on, little buttons. Well, there's like little ink bottles you can color, or you could do it in, you know, the regular cardstock color. There's ribbon. There's all different kinds of edges. So let's get started so I don't make my video way too long. And like I said, I embossed this with the buttons embossing folder, and I roughed the ribbon. We're not going to do that, but that's, like I said, where I got my idea from. So you will need, it starts with art and the dies. And I threw my paper out. I sure did, didn't I? Oh, no, it's over there. Right. Okay, so what you will need is, I need to get my dirty piece of, yeah, don't look at my dirty piece, look at my dirty piece of scrap paper. And I wrote all my instructions on the other side. So, I'll try and stick it out the way so you don't have to look at something so messy. Alright, so for the box, for the bottom, I used thick Whisper White. And this measures 5.5 inch square. Then I scored it at 1 inch all the way around, right? And then what I did was I just took my little scissors and I cut straight up here, and then I cut these on a mitered angle on both sides. So straight up and then miter, miter. Turn it over 180 degrees, straight up, miter, miter, and then straight up, miter, and miter. So that's the bottom of the box, and the inside measures 3.5 inches. So that's that. Alright, so now for the top of the box, I used Daffodil Delight, and this measures 4 9/16. Okay, if you think 4.5, one little line after that is 9/16. And the reason I do that is so that the top is a little larger than the bottom, and it fits over nicely. It's not snug, and it doesn't buckle your bottom of your box. It's a little larger. Right, so now this measures, like I said, 4 9/16. So just like one little half of this notch over. Right, we're going to fold and burnish on all my score lines. And for boxes, make sure that this is straight, so it's not crooked, right, when you're folding, or your box will be wonky, right? So burnish, like make sure it's straight before you press it down in there, like here. Make sure it's on the edge. Burnish. And this last one is on an angle, so let's push it over there a little bit and burnish. All right, so we should be good to go there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it real quick. So we go up and then angle and angle, and just pluck those little babies out. Then on the other side, on the same thing, we go up, angle, and angle. It doesn't have to be a big angle, just a small little notch out of your, you can probably see it better if I put it out down, right? Let me straighten that little bit out. No, that's good. Now turn it over. So from here, you're going to turn it all the way around to the other side. And we are going to go up and angle. All right. And then again. And angle. So I made the bottom side is 1 inch and the top is 1/2 inch. So let's glue all this together. I'm hoping my glue will work. You can use tearing tape, or if you have the really the sticky red tape to hold the box, but I like using glue, especially on cardstock to cardstock. It's really holds it really well. Might take a second to dry to hold, but once it's on there, it doesn't come loose. I live in Florida, so humidity does play a big factor in our being able to stick our stuff. So glue works best for me. You know, all this humidity. I went out this morning to mail a package, stick it in the mailbox, and it was like 8:30 in the morning, and it was so hot and humid. I'm like, oh my word. Yeah, I know it's summer, but wow. So, just make sure and line up your edges really good. And then the last one, stick some glue there. Now Tombow glue is brilliant and it sticks really fast and really well, but you have to scrape it on. You don't use lots of glue. And the Tombow bottles, I just pour it out. It just doesn't come out good for me. So I like my little bottles of with the thing I can scrape it on really well. So I think our bottom is really good here. Just go around and double check, make sure your edges are all flush. Right, now we'll do the top. So on the top, I'm going to do 2 sides at once here. So I'm going to do this side and this side. And we're going to glue it. So what I do is I just like run it across, like bounce it in there so it's got glue all the way to the edge. And hold it. And yeah, I've been using colors, and you'll see that in a moment. And my hands are all a mess. And I put glue on this side, so we're going to like bounce it around and stick. All right. Now, if you're not sure about your box size being really perfect, what you can do is you can just like tuck these in ready to glue, put some glue on and some glue on here, and then take your box and put it in on the inside. Oh, right, and then push it down in there and there. And it looks like it will fit perfectly. So I'm just going to take it out and shut it. That looks good. Sometimes you might need to leave a little gap there, but with me cutting it like the 1/16 larger, it's perfect. Or if you have a shim to put on your cutter, I used to have one. Connie Stewart, my upline, has a video on a shim that you can put on your cutter. Oh, actually, it's not on here. No, it's not underneath. And you put it on the side here, and it just gives you that little bit of an edge. And I don't honestly know what I've done with it. So that's why I cut it a little larger, because I couldn't find my shim. Right. You could stick a little piece of cardstock or something there. So there's our top. Fits perfectly, right? It's not too big. It's not too small. So we're good to go with that. And I'm not embossing it this time. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to, we're going to put our color on. All right, let me show you what I did. I used all these colors. So we have Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay, Melon Mambo, I'll put you offside right now, Mango Melody, and Pacific Point. And I took, I'll show you in here, coffee filters, and it's got all my colors there on it. And what I did was I stamped all the cards with the coffee filters for the background. So you have all those colors dipped into, you know, stamped into your ink pad and then onto your card. So that's my 6 little note cards. And they have, you paint my world with happiness on them. And then on the envelopes, I did the flaps. So same thing with these. So I just wanted to show you how to do it real quick with just the top. I wasn't going to do all 6 cards, but these cards, oops, I'll turn them around so you can see them, fit perfectly in our little 1-inch box. Look. So they fit in there perfectly. So to make a cute little gift, a little hostess gift, if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and have parties, or if you want to give it to your child or your adult child that's in college, or anybody that makes you happy, or paints your world with happiness. So let's put those aside and we will work on our little thing. Let's see if I can find a piece of scrap, right, because I'm going to make a mess. Alright, so now I'll see if I can figure out all my colors. What I did, let's see, I did have a coffee filter. So you just take a coffee filter and you squash it up, scrunch it up, right? And then I want you to reopen it, right? And then scrunch it again. Alright, so scrunch it twice. And that's what I did for my coffee filters. So you have 6 little balls like this, right? Or 6 little wads. And then we're going to stamp with each color. And so this is Pacific Point, and that's my blue. So we'll just dab it in there, and like so, right? And that's enough for the blue. So you just do this with each and every color. Doesn't matter what order, you just stamp wherever you want to put them. And this is Mango Melody. So let's put some blue down there. I mean mango, not blue. Right, so I'm going to throw them away now. I don't need them anymore. So there's the blue. Throw that away. That way I don't use another one. Okay. Right. So that's those 2. Now let's do a mango. No, this is a Melon Mambo, which is this one. And you can stamp in a few places if you like, but that's good. Yep, that'll be good. Put them off to the side, that way they're not in our way. So 3 colors left to stamp with. Let's do our Bermuda Bay. You can turn it over if you want more wrinkles, or like so, and then just stamp or pounce. There's a good word for it. Let's pounce. And you can go over other colors too if you like. Right, so Bermuda is done. Right, now we'll do Granny Apple. And let's see if I can turn it over and get some creases on that piece there. I'll do the green over here. And you can do it over and over until you get it as deep, or the color as deep as you want. That's our Granny Apple Green. I saved the last color because I'm actually going to do the sentiment with it as well. So we'll keep this out for our sentiment as well. Let me redo this. Scrunch it that way. Just dip it into my thingy. And there. We have a nice colourful background. So we get rid of that. And I'm going to use a piece of Whisper White. And where's my stamp? There it is. And we're going to use You Paint My World with Happiness. So we just stamp it on here. I will have all the measurements, of course, will be on the blog and the blog hop. So we're cutting this out with a 1.5 inch circle. Small circle. Keep my scrap. Let's close up my ink. Don't need it anymore. And we're using the 1 3/4 inch circle punch for the background color. You could use whatever color you want. I decided to stay with the purple because that's what I used. Or the Gorgeous Grape, because that's what I did use on the cards. But you could use any of these colors that we've used. So let's get the top of our box. And I'm going to use liquid glue, because I like liquid glue. And let's get this glued down. Not coming out too well. I must have something in my... I have more glue on my fingers than anywhere. Now you could do this before you actually put your box together. It's up to you. But I just do this and rub it down. Getting glue in there. Right. So just rub it down. Then I'm going to take my sentiment and get some glue on here too. It's a quick and easy project. And the cards, you can whip them out real quick too, because they're all just 3x3 cards. Doesn't take long to do them. So a set of 6 is really quick. You could make them for a gift. You could put whatever sentiment on that you like. Something cheery for a friend that needs cheering up, or, you know. So we'll just put that there. You could put ribbon on it and stuff, like I did my last one. Like, oops, let me take the lid, like this, if you wanted to, but we're not going to do that this time. So just hold that till it adheres pretty well. And then what I did was I took one of the edgelets from the arts and craft dies, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to cut that off. Right there. Put one there and put one at the top. So we'll just cut this and go around like so. And we'll put that there, because it's a little bit bigger than the card. So you could actually do 4 if you want. They have ones with buttons, they have ones with ribbons, and they're so adorable. I should show you a closer look. I've got them in my box right there. Let me just get some glue on this. Spread it out. Yeah, you're good. Stick it down. And about the center to the bottom there. And then we'll do the same at the top. Oh, goodness. Just a little bit of glue. Take some of that, spread it down here. Yeah, I'm probably better off using my fingers like I did earlier. That's why I have it all over me. There we go. So we'll put that there too. And you can wipe them off later when you're done with all the gluing. So we just have 2 little things on our box. So there is our project. So that was my 3D project for the Stampers Showcase blog hop. I hope you liked it. And the stamp set is really so much fun. So I will just put these out. They're all basically the same, but I can stick them out so you can see that there are indeed a 6. and then the 6 envelopes. So I can just leave those in there. And there we go. There's our project for the month of June. And remember, this comes out on June 24th. And it is using the new stamp set from the catalog. It starts with art and the dies. Let me show you the dies. They're just adorable. Right. So you have like your buttons, your ribbon, and then your edgelet, like the one I've used here. You have ink bottles, you've got buttons, you've got paper clip, you have a, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called. Then you have the thing you can put your thread around. You have all the different markers and pencils, more buttons, and that's for your ribbon cutout for your stamp set. So it cuts out basically everything in your stamp set. So you got the ribbons, it cuts these out individually. So you get 3 separate ones. It cuts out your buttons, it cuts out the ink, it cuts out that clip. It cuts out this to wrap your string around, and of course you've got your sentiments. And the smaller sentiments actually fit inside the die thing, or the thing to tie your string on. But anyway, let me show you a couple of these close up. All right, there's the buttons. They're so cute, just your little borders. And you can do them in all colors, of course. And I did this one like in silver. And that's an edgelet. And they come out really well too. You don't have to poke every single one out. You just go like this and poop, they all fall out. So that's that one. Now I need a different, oh, here's a ribbon. And then there's a ribbon. I think these are cute. So, and then of course you've got all your buttons. So I did these all in regular colors, and then these I did in foils. The little paper clips I did in different colors too. And then that's just a whole, oh, you can, it has the embossing folder. As you can see there, I embossed a silver. That's gorgeous. I embossed it in silver foil. So I went nuts doing all this stuff, playing around, trying to come up with some ideas. And I did. So, like I said, I showed you my box. I've made the little cards, and the other box, let's see. I've got this one ready to go. I haven't made it yet, but I'm just going to do, the card with the pencils, and I've got a little piece of black to go across. It's in the makings. I did it the same style as that. What else have I got? I thought I had another one here. Yeah, I don't know what I did with it. I've hidden it. So that was me playing around, practicing with alcohol. I heard that if you poured alcohol or sprayed alcohol on it, it mushes it together, but it didn't work for me, and I used watercolor paper trying that. I don't know what I did. I did make another card, and I can't find it, obviously. So I guess I will end my video for now. And I might take a picture of it and stick it in with the blog so you can see what it was. Because it was different than these anyway, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't see it laying around. Alright, but I thank you for watching. Please check out everybody else's blogs. It's such a fun blog hop, and please click like, please comment. Check out my YouTube channel too, and subscribe if you can, and support me in my efforts to bring you projects and things that you can make too. Alright, you have a great evening or a great day, because this will be posted in the morning of the 24th. So, good night everybody.